Hey, round 7 of the Hyundai A-League is upon us, and the action kicks off this Friday with a huge clash at the top of the table. The Brisbane Roar welcome the unbeaten Western Sydney Wanderers to the Suncorp Stadium this Friday in what promises to be a mouth-watering match between the top two sides. You can catch the match live on the Football Channel at 5 p.m. The football continues on Saturday with 2 more live telecasts coming your way. The Melbourne Victory will be looking to bounce back from their 2-game losing run when they host Adelaide United. That will be at Super Sports Plus at 4:45 p.m. while right here on the Football Channel at 6:45 p.m. William Gallas and his Perth Glory teammates will welcome the challenge of the Central Coast Mariners at the NIB Stadium. And after a decadent Sunday brunch, you can catch the Newcastle Jets live on the Football Channel at 2 p.m. as they play host to the Melbourne Hearts. And with me now to look ahead to round 7 of the A-League is Sydney FC fan Norwood, as well as our resident pundit, Rish Roshan-Rai. Now guys, let's start with Friday's big game. We've got Brisbane Roar, who are really strong at home. They're going against Western Sydney Wanderers, who are undefeated. Bersat Berisha is back. And how badly has the Roar missed him the past few weeks?
Based on the results, I don't think they've missed him that much, I must admit. Look, I think Enrique has really stepped up in the absence of Berisha. But Berisha coming into the side is fantastic for the Roar. He had such the passion, I guess, he brings into the game, and he lifts the whole team, and he chases down every ball. He goes after absolutely everything, and he lets the team rise whenever he's on the field. So I think he'll have a big game this week.
I think he definitely adds a lot in attack for the Roar. He's a bit like Luis Suarez for me. You know, he's the kind of guy that you would love to have on your team, but if he's playing against you, then you absolutely hate him. And you know, he like Paul said, you know, he works very hard for the team. He creates opportunities for himself and for his teammates. He will be the one who will add goals to this Brisbane team. I think they're just going to get stronger with him inside.
Now, another player who has been important to his team is Mark Bridge. I mean, he's going to be very important for Western Sydney Wanderers when they are going on a counter-attack, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he plays on the left-hand side. He comes in and sneaks in at the back post. You know, sometimes people don't realize how important he is to the team because he's not one of the big names. And especially if they don't have Yusuf Hersi there, we've heard that he might be coming back, he might not be. You know, it helps that they've got a player like Mark Bridge in there to sneak in at the back post, and he can play as a little bit as a fox in the box as well, so he's very important for Western Sydney on the break.
Completely agree. He keeps the goalkeeper on their toes at all times. He's either trying to chip them from 40 yards out, putting sneaky balls around the back line. He's all over the place, and yeah, he seems to pop up out of nowhere and score. He's done very well.
So the big question is, can Brisbane Roar bring Western Sydney down to their knees, Paul?
I think so. I think so. The Newcastle Jets game last week, I tipped the upset. It was torrential rain, and Newcastle Jets got up, so they'll be smarting after that. Matt Mackay is back. Ivan Franjic is back as well. Berisha is back. I think the Roar at home will be too strong.
You know, just for the fun of it, I'm going to say Western Sydney to win this one. I think what the Wanderers have right now is, you know, they've not lost in 20 games. They've lost 1 in 20 games, and what they've got is a team of players who just know what to do to win. You know, and what I mean when I say that is you've got experience there. They know how to win. They won a title last year, or they won the premiership last year. You know, they know what to do in defense. They see dangerous situations, and they know when to pick up, who to pick up. And even when they're under pressure, they know how to hold off the other team for as long as it takes and hit them on the break. On the break, they're very dangerous. So I can see them doing that to the Brisbane Roar.
All right, let's move on to the next clash. We've got Melbourne Victory against Adelaide United. Now, Melbourne Victory coming onto this game from back-to-back losses. We've got Adelaide United still struggling to find that winning formula. How do you see this game panning out, Paul?
Melbourne Victory last week, although they lost 1-0 to the Wanderers, they were very good. The first 30 minutes, it was all a victory. I think Kevin Muscat will take a lot out of that performance because they really should have been 1 or 2 up in that first half hour against the Wanderers. I'm really expecting them to put on a big show down in Melbourne, and I think this will get their title aspirations or title hopes back on track.
Yeah, but I think the only thing they're missing right now is goals. Like Paul has said, you know, they're creating a lot of chances. They're just missing that goals, and I think Kevin Muscat will be a little bit disappointed with the goals they have been conceding as well. So I think they'll take this match against Adelaide.
All right, another match on Saturday. We've got Perth Glory going up against Central Coast Mariners. Perth Glory, not the most spectacular of sides, but somehow still managing to grind out results. They're consistent, not forgetting William Gallas as well. You know, probably going to start for this game. Central Coast Mariners, do you think they're going to be able to put up against Perth Glory and renewed, I would say, Central Coast Mariners?
Well, I think it's going to be a little bit tough for the Mariners. You know, they've lost Graham Arnold. They've got a new coach coming in now. It will take them a bit of time to rebuild. It's great that John Hutchinson has come out and said, you know, we trust the new coach. But it is going to take a bit of time to sort of adjust to that new system. The glory, hopefully they welcome back Shane Smeltz. I think it'll be a big plus for them up front, you know, able to hold the ball up, and he's a real good predator in the box, able to score the goals for them. It will be an interesting match to watch for me.
Do you think he's going to be a real big difference, Shane Smeltz, Paul?
I do. He is a proven goal scorer. He's scored lots of goals for many years in the A-League, so he's a classic poacher, and I think yeah, he will give them that extra element up front.
Now, you brought it up earlier on, Roshan, about Graham Arnold no more around. Central Coast is on 7th position now. They only have 6 points. The fluidity in that play somehow is just a bit missing, so it's going to be really tough for them going forward, right, Paul?
But yeah, absolutely, it will be. With that said, though, Daniel McBreen is back from China. McGleishy, who's had a stop-start season, and he's so influential in the central midfield there, and he's a real workhorse. He is back this week after the New Zealand game the other night. Storm Rose back from international duty. So look, I think the Central Coast Mariners have really got a good shot of winning this weekend, and I'm expecting big things for them.
I would have to disagree, Paul. Again, I mean, apart from the result, I don't know if they're going to win in Perth. I think Perth might have a bit too much for them. They're a very disciplined side as well. I think Alistair Edwards has got them thinking. I'm going for Perth for this one.
It's interesting, the Perth team, they kept 3 clean sheets this year, and I think it's down to Danny Bukovic, who's been the standout goalkeeper for me. So it's, yeah, they'll have to be good to get around Perth and get through those the huge arms of Danny Bukovic.
All right, let's move on to Sunday's game. We've got Newcastle just take on Melbourne Heart. Now, Newcastle has somehow sneaked their way past and got up to 3rd, not having the best of starts. Do you think we can expect another 3 points from them against a Heart side that they're really struggling under?
They are, and look, I think my tip for the week, this will be John Aloisi's last game at Melbourne Heart if they don't win. I think he has struggled. Yeah, they've had poor performances all year. I'm sorry, they've had a few poor performances. That game against Sydney FC last week was horrendous. They were really, really bad. People are describing it as insipid, and I think the fans deserve a heck of a lot better. So I can't see Newcastle losing.
How about for you, Roshan?
I agree with Paul this time. I can't see Newcastle losing to the Melbourne Heart in this one. I think Newcastle have done very well to recover from the start that they've had. They've got Elmer Husky back as well, so it'll be good for them. I think they will take this one against Melbourne Heart pretty easily.
All right, thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Well, however, Paul